Welcome back, friends, to another The City of Final Fantasy Opera Omniate video. Lids87 here, and today, guys, I'm going to be talking about the global side of the game because we will be receiving a new character. Now, before I get into it, friends, please remember to like and subscribe, as that does let me know that you guys are enjoying the content that I make. All right, friends, so as of today, the day I am making this video, we will be getting David Bowie. Yay! Oh, wait, that's not David Bowie. I'm just kidding. His character was based off of David Bowie, but it's not David Bowie. It's actually the Emperor. The Emperor will be coming to the game as of today, January 20th, UTC time. So where I live, it's on the 19th. Now, I will mention this now, and I will mention this again later. If you pull on this banner, it's going to be based off of the global first. A lot of people will be waiting to see what the global character first is going to be, and they are supposed to reveal them, or at least tease them, on 1 week from Monday, so on January 27th. So you guys can wait to see what the global first is going to be. Now, Emperor is supposed to be here until February 3rd UTC time. So if you're in the States, it's February 2nd. Sorry, February 3rd. So February 2nd. Now, we don't know when that global first will be here, but again, I will repeat this information later on. But that could potentially change your opinion, or change if you are going to be pulling on this banner. But friends, let's get into it. Let's start talking about the characters on this banner, and then we'll get more. We'll talk about that again later when I talk about if you should pull on this banner. All right. So the other synergy character that will be on here is Firion. Firion, he's not bad, man. I was looking at his kit, and I'm kind of tempted to pull myself. Now, Firion, I will say that this banner is, man, it's a Final Fantasy 2 a banner, well, except for Gilgamesh because he's from another game. But anywho, now Firion, he is a red crystal affinity character. He is a ranged melee DPS unit. He's got battery built into his kit. He's red. Good thing he's red. Emperor is white, so no yellow affinity crystal characters here, which is pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Now, let's start talking about his kit. I will do it like last time. I already got all my notes here on the side. Now, his first ability is called Blood Weapon. Okay. So at base, it's a 2-hit melee brave plus HP attack, 150% overflow. It will recover HP based on the HP damage dealt, up to 30% of his max HP. So he's really good at self-sustaining. I will say this for Firion, he's really good at self-sustaining himself. Now, after using Blood Weapon, he will grant himself Blood Weapon buff for 6 turns, which will increase his attack and max rate by 20%. Now, Furion's skills are based off of, or his evolved, or his plus version of his skills are based on his attack, if he is above 50%. Now, while his HP is above 50%, Blood Weapon becomes Blood Weapon Plus, which will increase the number of brave hits to 4. So then it will become 4-hit melee brave plus HP attack. Now, while Blood Weapon buff is active, and he's at least at 50% of his max HP, Brave Attack will become Brave Attack Plus, which will restore HP based on damage dealt up to 5% of max HP. It will also raise the party's Brave based on attack, and his HP will become HP Attack Plus, which will raise his own Brave based on attack before the HP attack, and then he will recover HP based on the damage dealt up to 5%, which isn't bad. His first skill, it's really good for healing himself. So if you are underneath that 50% threshold, you can still use essentially the base form of this, and he will still recover health. Or if you have a healer on the team, get him back up there so he can essentially get the plus version of this. Now, his second ability, hold on, there you go, just so you guys have the visual, is Seize Attack. Now, if you are underneath 50% of his HP, this is just a ranged brave attack. Never use this. No. Don't ever do that. Never use Seize Attack without its plus version. Use his Blood Weapon or heal him up, because once this becomes Seize Attack Plus, when his HP is above 50%, this will turn into 3-hit range plus HP attack. He will grant himself 100% max brave up to himself for 5 turns. That's a lot. 100% max brave up to himself. That's beautiful. He will heal party brave based on attack, so there's a brave battery aspect aside from his brave attack plus, and he will grant himself brave regen for 6 turns. Not bad. Now, while Blood Weapon is active, so his buff from his first skill, and he is at least 50% of HP, Seize Attack Plus will become Seize Attack Plus Blood Weapon, which will then restore HP based off of damage dealt up to 15%. Now, again, friends, you want to lead with Blood Weapon. You want to have his Blood Weapon buff up and running, and you want to be above 50% of HP to essentially get the stronger versions of his skills. Now his additional ability is it's an offensive additional ability, which I actually like offensive additional abilities. What it is a 2-hit melee brave plus HP attack, and this will restore HP base and HP damage dealt up to 20% of his HP, and this will raise his max brave overflow limit by 20% for 4 turns. So now he's hitting hard. He dishes out that damage. I'm sorry, he doesn't hit hard. He has more overflow, which is pretty nice. I like it. Now, I will say that even though you guys are seeing that he's mainly a selfish, self-sustaining healer, he does battery the party, but he does have a very noteworthy crystal passive. It's his Crystal 54, all HP initial boost. Now what this does is this will raise the party's int brave and max brave by 40%, while his HP is above 50%. So he does have a little bit of party utility aside from his brave battery, and that's just in his Crystal 54. It's more int brave to the party, more max brave. So if you got Warrior Light on the team, his shields are going to be stronger. Now, let's take a look at his EX weapon. Now, for this one, I will be going to the database, guys. Let's see, where is it? So, oh, I actually forgot about this. Firion does have a Mannequin Weapon. Now, if you do want his Seize Attack and Blood Weapon to be hitting a little bit harder, hey, why not? If he's your favorite, by all means, if they're your favorite character, invest in them. Again, this will just increase the brave damage to both of his attacks, so it's just another source to increase the brave damage. Now, his Sunblade. His weapon will be repeating. I believe this is the third time we might be seeing it. It's either the second or the third. I did try to get it last time when he was, I believe Cloud was on the same banner as him, and I got a Cloud duplicate. I did want Furion, so maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I will throw tickets on this, see what happens. Now, if you are not familiar, this grants him access to the EX ability called Weapon Master, which is a 3-hit AoE range plus brave plus HP attack, and this does do 100% HP damage to all enemies. This will turn into Weapon Master Plus when his HP is above 80%, which hits harder. Man, this thing hits hard. Now, nothing that special with his 1, 2, and 3 aside from the increased recast speed, more brave damage. Now his EX Plus, Sunblade Plus. Now at 0-3, you will extend the duration of all his buffs by 2 turns. He will restore HP based on HP damage dealt, so there's another form of healing. And 120% max brave overflow. 1-3, more max brave and attack. 2-3, this will grant himself Boiling Blood for 4 turns. Now, Boiling Blood, what that does, this will grant him 40% attack, and it will grant him Brave Regen effect for 60% of his Imp Brave. So he has Brave Regen from his Seize attack, and now he has Boiling Blood, a unique buff, even more Brave Regen. Imp Brave is not a bad idea for Firion. Not at all. Not at all. Now, when the quest starts, you will gain access to Blood Weapon and Boiling Blood. So right off the bat, you will have access to his plus versions, his plus variants of his ability. And at 3-3, when using Weapon Master Plus, more brave hits, stronger potency, more overflow limit. His overflow limit is really good. I was watching a video before this. He was hitting up to like, what, 60, 70k AoE damage? I mean, he was synergy, so take away a little bit from that, maybe like 60k AoE. That's it. I mean, if he's paired with Rosa or other forms of max brave overflow users, this guy is hitting really hard in regards to AoE damage. I want to say probably at the moment the strongest 100% AoE HP damage deal. I mean, it's all, aside from Balthier, but again, it depends on the team compositions if you guys can pair them up correctly, right? So now, while Blood Weapon is active and his HP is above 50%, now he starts getting access to his Brave Attack Plus Plus and his HP Attack Plus Plus. His bonus sphere is HP Heal Boost Long. So when his own HP is restored, this raises his max Brave by 10% for 6 turns, which fits him nicely because he has healing throughout his entire kit. His Brave plus plus, his HP plus plus, Blood Weapon even at base, his Seize Attack plus, remember that one has to be at Seize Attack plus, and with his EX at 0-3, he has healing, so he can constantly have that max Brave up by essentially 10% for 6 turns, which isn't bad, and it is an A-type sphere. Now for Firion, in regards to which limit break you guys would want, I want to say get him to 2-3 because of that Boiling Blood passive, because from his Brave Regen, from his Seize Attack Plus, remember the Seize Attack Plus, not the base form, not Seize Attack, Seize Attack Plus, and Boiling Blood with the Brave Regen, he's going to be getting a lot of Brave back, which is going to be very, very helpful. I mean, 3-3, of course, is when he gets the most out of it. He is a DPS unit, so any DPS unit, you definitely want to take 3 out of 3, but if you guys are considering, man, 2-3, I mean, you're almost there, right? You're almost at 3-3, so might as well go all the way to 3-3, but at least if you guys will be using him, you guys like him, at least 2 out of 3. Because of the Boiling Blood buff. Now, artifact passes for Firion. You do want attack 108 max brave, and like I mentioned earlier, int brave is not bad for him. He has two main ways of brave regen that he grants himself: a generic buff and in boiling blood. So int brave, not a bad option at all, guys. Not a bad option at all. All right, guys. Now time for the main event. Time for the main dude. David Bowie, Emperor. Now, he is interesting. So, he is a white Crystal Affinity character. He is a magic attacker and a debuffer. And look at that hair. Look at that beautiful, wonderful hair. I swear, like, more than 80% of us wake up with that hair in the morning, right? Of course, of course. Now, his first ability is called Beckoning Blast and Flare Combo. That is a mouthful. Hopefully, I don't have to say it too much. No, I don't. Hold on, let me scroll that just a little bit lower. Oh, there we go, friends. So, his skill 1, Beckoning Blast and Flare Combo. It is a 4-hit magic brave plus HP attack, 120% max brave overflow. This will inflict Beckoning Blast for 1 turn, and Beckoning Blast will also lower the enemy's defense. Upon using Beckoning Blast and Flare Combo, maybe I should call it BBNFC. No. Beckoning Blast and Flare Combo. Alright, so upon using that, he will also grant himself Thirst for Dominion for 6 turns. And what this does, this will raise his max brave and attack by 40% and lowers the enemy speed by 10%. Pair him up with Sephiroth next month when Sephiroth gets his EX+. You guys are going to start laughing as the enemy starts slowing down. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be great. Now, while Thirst for Dominion is active, his Brave Attack will turn into his Brave Attack Plus. HP Attack will become his HP Attack Plus. Now, Lids. So, now that he has this wonderful debuff, what happens if you cast Beckoning Blast and Flare Combo again? That's an excellent question. So what happens is it's going to trigger Beckoning Blast. It's a trap. It's a trap. What this does now, when Beckoning Blast, when the debuff expires, or if you use this ability, it will trigger Beckoning Blast. Now, what that is, it's a 4-hit magic brave plus HP attack, 120% max brave overflow. This will heal the Emperor's Brave by 20% of the HP damage dealt. This will inflict a 20% small speed down on the enemies, and this does not initiate a chase sequence. So, this is essentially an excellent way to control the enemy's Brave if you know you're about to get broken and the debuff is about to expire. Great way to control the enemy's Brave. Alright, now let's go to his second ability, Thunder Crest and Stygian Swell. Now I had to look up Stygian. I'm like, Stygian? Stygian? Stygian. Which means like darkness or something. I don't know. Anywho, so it's a 4-hit AoE magic brave plus AoE HP attack, 150% overflow. HP damage is split amongst all enemies. This will inflict Thunder Crest for 2 turns. Thunder Crest will lower the enemy's defense. Thunder Crest, it is also same concept, same thing as the previous skill. It is a trap. It's a trap! Although this one lasts a little bit longer. It's for 2 turns, so it won't, not right away. Either you have to cast Thunder Crest and Stygian Swell again, or wait until this dispel. So same thing. So as soon as you use the ability or the debuff expires, this will trigger Thunder Crest, which is then a 4-hit AoE Magic Brave attack plus single target HP attack, 120% overflow, deals 50% HP damage to other targets, and this will heal the Emperor's Brave by 20% of the HP damage dealt. Excellent way to control the enemy's Brave. He's really good when it comes to multiple bosses. Now, his additional ability, he will raise his attack when attacking debuff targets for 4 turns. So, not bad. Debuff, attack up, and Bloomstone and Crystal 70 passive. Now, let's take a look at Emperor's EX weapon, Venom Rod, and he doesn't not have a Mannequin Weapon. He just doesn't. Now, Venom Rod. Even more traps. It's a trap. Now, right off the bat, if the enemy is inflicted with all those debuffs with this Thunder Crest, Beckoning Blast, and this new one called Dreary Cell, they will trigger. So all those 3 different traps, the animations will trigger one by one. They will do all the damage. Now, Dreary Cell and Starfall, his EX ability, is a 4-hit AoE Magic Brave attack and HP attack. This does have 120% max Brave overflow. HP damage is split amongst all enemies, and this will inflict Thunder Crest, Beckoning Blast, and Dreary Cell. Now, Dreary Cell, when it expires, or you use Dreary Cell and Starfall, which is a 2-hit AoE Brave attack and AoE HP attack, ignores defense in the Chaos era. In my opinion, that's strong. That's pretty good. Moderately raises Brave damage dealt single target. HP damage is split. He will heal his Brave based on 20% of the HP damage dealt. Delays the target and doesn't initiate a chase sequence. Dreary Cell does lower the enemy's defense. Now with his limit breaks 2-3, this will grant him Power of Hell for 6 turns, which will raise his max brave and lower enemy speed, even more enemy speed being lowered, and at 3-3 increase recast speed, 1-3 just more brave damage. His EX plus Venom Rod plus, I will say right off the bat, you want him at least at 2 out of 3 for sure. For sure. Now, at 0-3, this will raise Brave Potency, Overflow Limit. At 1-3, inflicts Thundercrest, Beckoning Blast, and Dreary Cell to all the enemies. So, at base form, not evolved, not 1-3, it will be towards one enemy. At 1 out of 3, this does it to all of them. And this will also grant him Thirst for Dominion for 6 turns. And when the quest starts, he gets those beautiful buffs right off of the bat for 6 turns. Now, at 2-3, when Thirst of Dominion is active, he will gain access to his Brave Attack plus plus and his HP Attack plus plus. I will say this, you definitely want Emperor with a Brave Battery. I feel like in this era, yes, Brave Batteries are excellent to have, but you definitely want him because you don't want to be spamming his ability, because once you run out, I mean, of course, that's his main source of damage, right? We can all agree that that's how it is for all the characters. But just being able to just spam HP plus plus during the trash waves and save his abilities for the bosses, that's the way to go. So put him with the Brave Batter, really good Brave Batter. Like Ishtola, she's probably one of the best Brave Batteries we probably have at the moment. And he'll do fine. He'll do fine during the trash wave. Sure, use a few abilities here and there. It's fine, but don't spam through them, because again, that is his absolute main source of damage. Now at 3-3. Jury Cell and Starfall increases Brave hits 6, more Brave Potency Overflow. When Jury Cell Trap is activated, this will increase the Brave hits that Jury Cell Trap does by 4, more Brave Potency, 120% max Brave Overflow. So again, friends, you want the Emperor at 2 out of 3 for that HP Attack plus plus. But of course, if you're going to be fully investing him, 3-3. But I would say 2 out of 3 for that HP plus. He needs it. He really does need it, so you don't burn through his abilities. Now his bonus sphere is debuff success attack long. It is E-type spear, and after inflicting a debuff, he will raise his attack by 10% for 6 turns, which he's going to be doing constantly. All his main abilities, he inflicts debuffs. So now I will say this: don't really pair Emperor with another form of debuffer, because he himself, if I counted correctly, he has like 4 debuffs built into his kit. And if you add in another debuffer to the party, then they're going to start essentially the other units debuffs, they're going to be pushing themselves off, right? So it's best not to pair Emperor with another form of debuffer, especially also if the enemy starts granting themselves buffs, and if those buffs are framed, you're the debuffer, they're not going to be doing anything. Their buffs will not go through. So it's best not to party Emperor with another debuffer. Now let's take a look at his artifact passives. You want, let's see. Okay, so 108, his C50 ambition for world domination boost, which raises max brave and attack by 5% when Thirst of Dominion is active, and max brave 330. All right, friends. Should you pull on this banner? The moment we've all been waiting for. Should you pull on this banner? That depends. We're at a point where essentially at the mid chaos where a lot of these units, they are good. They are really good. They are strong. Paired up with the proper team composition, they will be strong. Pair these guys up with Rosa. Gosh damn, it's beautiful. They're both good units, and they're not bad at all. Now, what's going to essentially influence your decision is, do you want to go for that global first? Again, you can wait until January 27th when the Square Enix stream will pop up, and if you like that character that they're going to be teasing or revealing, then perhaps this might not be the best banner for you. Now, another deciding factor is, I will say this: do you guys have Ultimecia? Do you guys have any other type of magic DPS unit? Because if you guys have Ultimecia and you're iffy on this one, then maybe skip this banner, because you already have a very strong magic DPS unit. Save those gems for that potentially global first, if they will be, if they're a favorite of yours, then use your resources for them, because next month we have a lot of good units also coming out. Zax EX Plus is coming with Ignis. We got Swobez, Renoa. We got King 8. Those are really good melee units. Now, Firon himself, he sustains himself excellently. He's good at doing that. And you guys saw he does have a little bit of that party utility with his Crystal 54, and he does have Brave Battery built into his kit. He's not bad. He has some really good AoE HP damage. Emperor himself, he's traps. It's a trap, right? It's a trap. So again, friends, so if you guys are going to be waiting for the global first, wait to pull after to see who that character could be. Again, this will end February 3rd UTC time, which is February 2nd. So if that global first comes out like on February 1st, like right off the bat, then maybe do some pulls and then potentially come back. Now, again, if you don't have Ultimecia, this is a good banner to pull on. Emperor is a really good magic DPS unit. The fact that his brave hits and all that wonderful stuff are non-elemental is going to help him out. I mean, we are close to the elemental imperil change. It came out during Golbez's time, so if you can enhance him with an element when that happens, then he's going to be doing more damage. But he is a good unit for sure to pick up. Me personally, I'm probably going to throw tickets at him. That is it for this video, friends. Thank you guys for sitting through as I cover the Emperor and Firion. Again, this is not a bad banner to pull on at all, friends, but if you do have Ultimecia, you could probably skip out on this. If you don't have Ultimecia, this might be a good investment for you to pull on for Emperor. He's a good magic DPS trap. It's a trap unit with Firion. He's a good melee. He's also a good melee unit. All right, friends. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. Are you guys gonna wait? Are you guys skipping? Are you guys gonna pull? Do you guys not care about the global first, or you guys will be waiting to see who the global first is? All right, friends. So let me know down below in the comments your plans. And until next time, friends, good luck and have a good one.